Hello everyone, this is part 1 of possibly 4 or 5. Someone left a comment saying, Dave, can you tell us about sparring British heavyweights that weren't like household names? And I said, yeah, I can, and I'm gonna. I've got a list of 16 so far. Some of these are current boxers, some retired recently, some retired up to 10 years ago. Some of these are names, some of them aren't big names but good fighters. Some have won area titles, some are journeymen. But you know, any big boxing fans will know all of them. You know, casual, like someone who doesn't really watch much boxing might have only heard of a couple. But I'm going to cover it. All good blokes, really, for the most part, and all definitely got something about them. At the minimum, some of these are good fighters. So, episode 1, we're going to start with probably the biggest name on the list and probably the best fighter, in my opinion, Kash. I've known Kash since I've known him over half my life anyway, 16 I think, met at the Ingle gym, and we hit it off. And you know what, the David Price fight, the press conference and the fight, a lot of people always say Kash Ali's not a nice fella. Genuinely, him and Nathan Gorman are my two favourite people I've met through boxing. Boxers, do you know what I mean, that I don't work with. My two favourite boxers that I don't work with. Couldn't ask to meet a nicer fella. I'm good mates with his brother, his cousin Ace. We watched our first amateur fight on the same show. Kash is my friend, good bloke. So I sparred him. We did a lot of body sparring at the Ingle gym. Do you know what I mean? First time I opened sparring, I think I was probably 21. I think we both turned pro. He only had 3 amateur fights. I think he boxed one in Castle twice. He was a very good amateur from Lanston Street. So he turned pro, weren't that experienced. We sparred. We was in a few sparring camps together. Dylan White, Tyson Fury. I know he sparred Josh Joyce, but he sparred everybody, to be honest. Chisora, he's literally sparred everybody. When he boxed Joe Joyce, everyone said he's going to get done in a round or 2. I told everyone, this is going the distance, trust me. Really good fighter. Similar to me in that we probably got that sparring partner mentality. Both did a lot of sparring, and when we were younger, neither of us were fit. We were both overweight. A lot of similarities between the two of us, really. As people and boxers, really. He's really chilled out, quiet, tough, really tough. He's a big old lump as well. He's in better shape now than he was when he was a young kid. Every time I see him, last couple of years, he always looks well. Yeah, he's a good fighter. We sparred. I reckon we sparred 100 rounds. Sparred him in Donny, in Rotherham, in Sheffield. I remember sparring him in Huddersfield once, actually. Heavy-handed. The fella can fight. Like, I think next couple of years, told his brother the other day, there's a fortune to be made for him. He's tough, can look after himself. You know, to stop Kash Ali, you got to be very, very, very good. He was unlucky with the Joyce fight. He should have seen the final bell, but he's good. He's good. I had some good spars with him. We were both quite negative, but I knew him well. Do you know what I mean? I knew he wouldn't throw the most punches, so I used to try and just set about him, and he'd defend for the most part. But honestly, he had the beat of David Price till he bit him. He's a good fighter, really good fighter. I'm not saying that because he's my mate. He can fight. He's good, a really good fighter. Hopefully, next couple of years he gets to he gets some good fights. Get some good fights. He's been boxing a long time. He deserves them. Next one on my list we're going to do today, Adrian King. I've touched on him before. Curtis Woodhouse trains and manages him. Curtis Woodhouse said I'm prickly. I dispute that. I'm not prickly. I can be an arsehole if I'm not in the mood. To be honest, I'm a nice guy, but if I'm sparring, sometimes I can be an arsehole, to be honest. The first time I sparred Adrian, I didn't really know him, but I'm a lot older and more mature now. Some people on this list probably think I'm an arsehole because I'd punch fuck out of him. No problem at all, because I was younger and I just wanted to punch you. First time I sparred him, I showed him I was the old pro and better than him, for lack of a better term. And I thought he's a nice kid. He's quiet. He's quite intelligent. He's not daft though. He's not daft. He's quiet, but he ain't daft. And then he came back, I think probably 3 or 4 times, sparred a few different gyms. And then after 3 or 4 spars, I got a Twitter account, mainly for the horse racing. I don't use it. I've never tweeted on there, just read things. And I saw them saying they were doing well in sparring, and me being prickly, because I can be. And you know what, I like Curtis Woodhouse actually. I never met him till recently. He's actually alright. I quite like him, he's alright. He's nice to me, I like him. And I like Adrian a lot, he's a nice kid. But I thought, you know what, I weren't fit, but I thought, you know what, you're having it today. So he came to the gym and I let him fucking have it, to be honest. Yeah, I did, I let him have it. I thought, yeah, I am the man in here right now. Because sometimes I wanted to feel young again. And I thought, you've had 3 good spars with me, you're doing well, but yeah, I'm in the mood today. So I punched him really hard a few times. But let me tell you, he's fucking tough, very tough. I've hit him with some cracking shots, and he's never buckled, and he's never once shied away. He's a tough fucker. Because he's a kid, he's very, very tough actually. Physically strong. He can punch as well. He's powerful. I'm looking at my list. He's powerful. He's a raw novice, raw as they come. What he's doing now is on pure physicality, really, because, like I said, he's super tough and he's powerful and he's pretty strong. He'll get stronger, but he's raw, really, really raw. But if Curtis can keep bringing him on, he has a chance, because he's got it, to be honest. And he's a really pleasant kid, and I'm not prickly. Curtis, if you're watching this, I'm a nice guy all the time. I'm not really, not in the morning. If I'm sparring, I'm an arsehole. Right, next up we have Ryan Labourn. This one is for the boxing, real boxing fans. He's had 26 fights, Ryan. He's never won one. We boxed amateurs together. He was a very, very, very good amateur, Ryan. I was like a fan of him, actually, when I first started boxing amateur. He started boxing for a bit. I turned pro, and he came to Mick Marston's gym. He was going to turn pro with Mick, and he never. 7 years after that, when he was like 31, I said, Ryan, you need to turn pro. So I managed his license. Said, look, we're going to turn you pro, take you on the road. I managed him for like his first 8 or 9 fights. He's my friend. I like him. I was sick of watching losing fights he shouldn't be losing. He boxed a few good kids and got beat up. And I said, Ryan, I can't manage you no more, because I love the fella, nice fella. But anyway, when we sparred, I think we only sparred once. I dropped him a few times. We were young and we were friends, but I wanted to punch the fuck out of him. Yeah, because that's what you do. That's what we do. I've been an arsehole in sparring loads of times. I've knocked people spark out. That when I look back now, I think I probably shouldn't have done that, but you do. You're young and you're a boxer and you're sparring. But with Ryan, I did it to body, to be honest, because I'm a nice guy. Next on the list, McDonald. He trains at Manor Boxing Academy. I think he's a 918. Again, not a household name. If you're from Sheffield or a big boxing fan, you'll have heard of him. He got beat in the boxer tournament semi-final, I think, by Ricky Reeves. McDonald, this one's more, he's still going, he's still a prospect. I sparred him 3 times. The first time I sparred him, I struggled with him. I walked onto him. He's a good counter puncher, he's got good balance. He hits hard enough, he's physically, for a cruiserweight, he's very strong. Yeah, he's a good fighter. The second and third time I sparred him, I used my experience and I let him walk onto me. It's so hard being a good fighter on the front foot. It's hard. It's really hard. You know, it's much easier letting them walk onto you, I find. Which I did the last 2 times we sparred, and I got topside because I'm far too big for him. I'm experienced. I knew what to do after the first spar. But at cruiserweight, he's one to keep an eye on. So that is episode one. Episode one. Much more to come with some more names. They're not household names, but good fighters of the last 10, 15 years.